Hey, welcome to X3, One Topic with three pundits. I'm John C. Dvorak. I'm here with Andrew Eisner and Joe Engo to discuss what I wrote a column.
Yeah.
It's my column. You can check it out, PCMag.com, on what I think is a fake Twitter account that says Rupert Murdoch. And supposedly, and it's got verified on it, which
it's
means
still verified as of this morning. So I don't know.
It
might be legitimate.
verified. There's a bunch of
How do they verify it? Who verifies it?
Supposedly, it's supposed to be somebody from that organization, whatever, sends over a copy of their passport or ID that claims that they are really that person. That's how it's supposed to work. But, however, with his wife's account being verified with no contact to the person who owned the account,
right,
that's a little shady and a little weird. Like, I don't understand how that happens.
Well, I tried to get verified, and they won't verify me.
They won't verify you?
No.
That's kind of surprising. I figured they would.
How did you try?
Because the way that it's supposed to be.
I sent them a number of notes. I went through the process that they had outlined on the website, and I said I want nothing. Screw
it's supposed to be if you have a risk of being
Yeah, well, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Of all people, like definitely,
Right.
I'm surprised you cannot get it.
Well, it's because they're douchebags.
Well,
so anyway, so they have Murdoch on there, and he's making commentary.
Yeah.
And he's verified supposedly, and I think it's not a Murdoch. It's either a PR company or one of the minions in the firm. I don't even know if Murdoch knows he's got this account.
It's the most inane stuff you ever want to read, too.
Yeah,
right?
it's not a very un-Murdoch-like.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And also, I think there's legal issues with these fake accounts, and this is the reason I kind of wrote the column, which is that if you're a corporate head and you have a Twitter account that you're really not in control of, you have two problems that are going to occur. One, you have liability issues with stuff you say, especially if you're a publicly held company. Publicly held company people cannot just go blathering whatever they feel like whenever they feel like it, because it has to be distributed a certain way or you're violation of SEC rules. There's a million problems. So they normally don't do that. The other thing is, if it's not you and somebody sues the company for something you said, and they say, well, it wasn't me, then you're saying that your whole company is based on a fraud. You're putting yourself out there, we lie to the public. So you can't win. And so I think that, and I'm convinced that these guys are doing the wrong thing. Have you read the Murdoch stuff?
Well, also the people he's following are don't make any sense either.
He's got 15 people he's following.
Who are some of them? I forget.
Well, Steve Martin, and a bunch of comics, and then a bunch of comics, which is kind of a giveaway, and then just Fox News, the Wall Street Journal, and the New York Post. Yeah. None of his other properties. There's nothing. The London papers. He has properties all over the place. He's not following any of them. He's just following this very small 15-person.
That's pretty suspicious.
Which is the giveaway to me that this is not him. Because the other thing that most.
But how did it get verified? I mean that.
Well, that's the question.
So you're telling me that Twitter.com puts up a label on your account that says verified?
Yeah.
And
guaranteed that's you. That's because there's a bunch of people that are, the fake Steve Jobs.
Sure.
There's a bunch of now.
The real Dvorak.
The real Dvorak is the real Dvorak, though. Check it out at the real Dvorak. That's me. You can be sure because I just said so.
I know, but it's unverified.
It's unverified, I know. So you have there's a huge. I haven't written about this, but there's this huge movement, especially in the sports world, and also a little bit in politics, but mostly in sports, of these fake celebrity sports guys. There's the Deshaun Jackson, and the this guy, and the that guy, and they're all the Tom Brady. And there's all these guys do are just the nastiest, most vile posts. I recommend them.
So, well, what's funny is that it was Gary Busey for a while, but it wasn't actually him. But he was saying so much screwed up things on it that for a long time people really thought it was him.
Yeah.
Because it was along his line of humor, but then they changed it to Gary Busey because Twitter was like, no, you can't really impersonate them. Well, but there's a lot of funny ones. Like there's Darth Vader. There's
a lot of funny ones.
Naked Santa Claus that pops up every Christmas.
If you get onto one of them, you will get the others similar to list. And then you can follow a couple of them. They're not all hilarious. I think there's one or two guys doing most of them. Especially, I know I was following a bunch of these sports ones, and there was a similarity with some of these that they were written with the same punchlines, same nasty remarks a certain way, and then there's other guys that are just lame.
The not Gary Busey one I definitely recommend. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it's pretty vile. Just
they're all vile.
Yeah.
And there's some of the stuff is a little. sketchy in terms of like maybe over the top, but what are you going to do?
Well, I think you're onto something with the investigation of Rupert, at Rupert.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, unless I see an autographed picture.
Yeah, I think Twitter owes you an explanation about that.
They do. I'm going to have to get a hold of the public relations firm. Why is this? This is not Rupert. I mean, it just doesn't sound like him. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, if they're willing to verify a fake account for him, they should verify your account.
Well, they should, but I'm not waiting. I'm not holding my breath. You're watching X3.